Hey, I'm Rob,
And I'm Mike.
and we're just two normal lads exploring the mysterious, the controversial, and the conspiratorial.
Join us each week down the rabbit hole for our latest exciting discussions, ideas, and tinfoil banter.
Tinfoil Banter, serious questions, questionable conclusions. Good evening, and welcome to episode 5 of Tinfoil Banter. Today, Mike and I are going to be talking about flat Earth. Mike, flat Earth is quite an interesting concept, right? Obviously, you and I grew up thinking that the Earth is round, and now there's a lot of people in the world that claim they believe that the Earth is flat. How do you feel about
Yeah. Well, I don't think we were alone in thinking that the Earth is a sphere shape. It's one of the more fringe of the conspiracy theories, but I think underneath it has some interest. I like the guys who believe this, but as a theory itself, I'm not quite sure. But we can look
It's
into it.
quite a fun one. I mean, there's some really. I feel like the flat Earth part is really just the tip of the ice wall, as it were. Like
Yeah.
it's there's a lot going on there, more than just them thinking the Earth's flat, because they've had to kind of over years justify this belief, and it's not a new thing. This has been believed for like a long time. There's some very famous people in the past that have tried to like prove vehemently that the Earth
Hmm.
is flat. But let's just first of all talk about the ancient Greeks. Pythagoras.
Okay.
I think
The
he was the
history.
first person to kind of he was the first person to kind of have a hunch that our Earth was a sphere.
Hmm.
And I think Plato even continued like Pythagoras' sort of theory of that as well. And then it
Yes.
was Aristotle that turned his attention to the stars. He then realized the constellations move higher and lower depending on whether you're traveling north or south around the globe.
Hmm.
Um, and so that's kind of like the first visual proof that they decided was, you know,
Hmm.
a reason that Earth is round. And then finally, Eratosthenes, which I really struggle with that name, 200 BCE now, right? He conducted an experiment in the city of Syene because someone contacted him saying there that the sun at a certain time of year made no shadow. And
Hmm.
he measured the same in Alexandria, and
Hmm.
it was a few degrees out, and so they
Hmm.
determined that at that time they measured the light exactly the same time, shadow at the same time. Thus, the Earth must be curved. So, some real literal experiments done across the globe just to kind of prove the fact that the Earth is
Yeah.
round. Really interesting stuff there.
And I think a key sort of cornerstone of why these people believe what they do is the physical evidence of what they can see. If they can't see it, then it almost doesn't exist.
Yeah, especially when like the horizon, I think doesn't start bend to like 8 miles or something like that, or maybe 6 miles.
Hmm.
So it's hard to kind of understand what it would look like if there was something further than that, right? Because you're already going
Yeah.
so far. But I think there's also been experiments done where people have traveled further, like up, right? And if
Hmm.
they could do that and the Earth was flat, then they would see more of the land, right? But
Yeah.
you don't. You still see the kind of same amount because of the way the Earth bends.
And everything you sort of give to them, it gets disputed straight away. So the one where you're talking about the line of sight being about 6 miles before things change, the thing they'll bring up is the land distance photography record is sitting at like 250 miles, and they're saying that, well, that shouldn't even be possible. I'm gonna have to double check that one, but
I
that
mean,
was one that I spotted coming up with the research. Uh,
huh? How does that even work anyway?
I think they were taking pictures of the Pyrenees, and they caught the picture of the Pyrenees from like 250 miles away.
Oh, like overseas sort of thing. Oh, right. And then, wow, okay. No, I'd love to know more about that. It's really interesting. Um, Obviously, then taking us back to last episode, obviously the moon
Hmm.
landings, and we've obviously got the images we've gotten from satellites and shuttles have gone up there and all sorts, right? So further proving that the Earth is actually spherical. So there's a lot there. There's a lot of evidence to suggest, and scientific evidence to suggest that the Earth is round, and yet
Mm.
a lot of people, vehemently believe that the Earth is flat.
Yeah,
even today, which is very interesting.
and for each sort of evidence of proving that the Earth is a sphere, they'll come back with something else. So there'll be, why is there time zones? Why is there night and day cycles? The one for the time zones is they believe it's a spotlight where the sun moves like a spotlight on a stage,
And the
shining on
moon as
different
well, right?
areas. Mm,
And the moon, they kind of do like that. The
like a
sun and moon.
spotlight. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, that's going on to my next point was
Oh.
actually about some of the theories was, uh, first of all, they say it's a flat disk, like a flat plane,
Hmm.
and it's like got the North Pole in the center
Hmm.
and everything else around it, and then the ice edge around the keeping all the water in,
Hmm.
ice wall is Antarctica.
Yes.
That's what their theory says. So obviously, loads of
It,
interesting concepts there that
yeah. The
break
way
what
you
we know in
can
science.
visualize it, if you look up the UN logo with the map of the world, that's kind of how they envision it, with North Pole inside, everyone outside, and then there's the ice wall on the outside of the circle of the map.
They actually referenced that being like all part of the conspiracy as well.
Part of the conspiracy. The
Flag.
UN
It's
are in it.
them knowing all of these
Hmm.
governments that can't agree on things like oil, but yet they can agree to hide the fact that the ice wall surrounding our planet is actually because we're flat. And by the way, they also believe gravity doesn't exist. So like
Yes.
basically this
Yeah.
upward acceleration
Yeah.
is what's happening. So they're not like, is it centrifugal force that kind of causes gravity? Anyway, whatever it is, like that forces you in. They're saying no, we're just going up, like a lift,
Constantly, like constant
constantly.
elevation. Yeah.
Which I think would mean eventually you'd like reach like light speed. So I don't really see how that's possible. But
But they say it's constant, but where are we going?
well, up, Mike.
Up. That's it.
Yeah,
Where we're
there's
going, we
a
don't need
concept of
down.
up and down, is there, when you go
No.
into space? So yeah,
So we're on a plate that's just going up constantly,
yeah,
and
that's
that's
it.
it's pushing us
Protected
down
by
at a
the
constant
ice wall.
speed.
Protected by
Mm.
the ice wall. Can we try and take it a bit more seriously, Mike? Because I mean, we're
Yes.
trying to put some real information here.
Yeah.
You know, me and Mike love all of this stuff, but we do.
Do we?
No, we love all of the fun ideas,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean
Yeah.
we like believe in it. Some of them, maybe we do feel like there could be some truth in them, but this one, we're just going to talk about openly and have a bit of fun with it. So,
Don't worry.
uh,
Hopefully they don't come after us because they can see us from miles away.
but
I like them. I like them because
the flat
then
earths,
yeah, because
yeah,
they're questioning everything, and it obviously stems from like a distrust of science and government because they believe the scientists aren't in on it, but the
no, they
government
believe
and the
NASA
military are.
are lying. NASA,
Maybe NASA,
yeah.
um, but they have a distrust of science and the government, and a healthy pinch of that is good. But maybe going a bit too far off the edge, off the ice wall, I think isn't that great. But I'm glad
Yeah,
that they're there.
there's actually like a whole community around it. There's the very famous documentary that used to be on Netflix, but I tried looking for it and I couldn't find it. It's called like Beyond the Curve, I think, and
Ah,
it's about flat earthers and their beliefs. But I thought the rather like kind of sweet thing about it was these people like really were like together on this thing and they had like this like sense of community. Maybe they didn't have that before, some of these people, and
yeah.
gave them something to like go and be social about. So and they're harmless, right? They're not like trying to like fight the government because they're hiding secrets. As far as I'm aware, I've never seen anything like that, like
No,
flat Earth
no.
protests. But either way, it's a really interesting point. I like how over time someone said it's flat, and they've come up with more and more things over time to kind of add to the conspiracy,
Hmm.
like the ice wall. Another item is like fake trees. They don't believe like trees are real, and that the trees we have are just like really what we call trees, but they're big plants, and that there
Hmm.
was like trees covering the earth at one point in time, and now that the trees we have are actually fake communication towers. Um, so yeah, some interesting concepts there as well.
They've got to be the fringe of the fringe because if you're into flat Earth as it is, people not
Yeah,
even believing about trees, that's
it's like
the
the
next
subculture of
standard deviation off of the bell curve of
Yeah, yeah.
normal rational thought.
This is like melodic metal, like it's just like it's the next tier down. Yeah, so fake trees, ice wall, flat disk, traveling upwards through space
Mm-hmm.
at something like it was like 9 meters per second. I don't know what it was. I did write it down, but it doesn't really matter because it's not true.
Yeah. We know where you stand.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's fun one again. Like I kind of feel like the moon landings, what we spoke about last week, that was already quite a stretch. But there was some things there. I was like, that's a strange coincidence, and that's quite
Yeah.
believable. That's quite compelling. So
Mm.
I would have given that like a 3 out of 10. Like I don't really believe in it, but there was
Mm-hmm.
some stuff there that I think
Mm-hmm.
there was something odd going on.
Mm.
And then this one, it's like I can't even really stretch for a 1 because everything that they state has been disproven. I mean, go outside and touch a tree, guys. Like maybe that will help.
Yeah.
Like they're real. I can assure you, they're not communication towers. Yeah,
Some are like the what
I've seen those.
mobile sort of broadcast towers for
Yeah, but
the
you only
coverage.
have to
They're
stare for. Sorry.
they're faked, but they're
Yeah, yeah,
obvious fakes. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you only have to stare for them for a second. And go, oh, that's not actually a real tree. Like
Yeah.
these guys suggesting there are no trees, and I'm not sure how they understand like rainforests working and stuff.
Good
With
coverage though. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and also why would we why would we hide that? I didn't really understand that bit. There's a lot of points where I was like, why would it be a problem if this was the truth? Like if this was really true, why would you want to cover it up, Luke? We've
What
said
does it matter? Yeah.
yeah, not, yeah, like we've said we're wrong in the past. Like science is progressive, it's always moving.
Mm.
We used to believe we were the center of the universe. Center of the universe. At the same time that we were thinking that we might be round, we were going, hey, we're also the center, and
Mm-hmm.
that was obviously later disproven. And now we, obviously know we sort of travel around our sun, but
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that maybe is going on their side is the Antarctic Treaty, where your governments are restricted on who's allowed to go there and what's going to happen there. But even that, just if you Google search it, why aren't countries allowed to lay claim and start extracting resources? It's a designated area for peaceful use. It prohibits military activity, including the establishment of bases, nuclear
mhm,
explosions, and disposal of nuclear waste. You get scientific freedom and cooperation, environmental protection. Uh, it reduces the suspense created by territorial claims and inspection and transparency. So all areas, stations, and equipment in Antarctica are open to inspection to ensure compliance with the treaty's provisions. So other countries are allowed to go there and test other countries' sort of scientific equipment there.
yep. Uh,
You just
and
can't extract it for resources.
like we said last week, we've got 400,000 people working on the moon mission.
Mm,
Uh, many people have been to Antarctica and go to Antarctica still. Like
mm,
scientists go there all of the time. People have walked across it. I
mhm,
believe that's absolutely unbelievable in itself. But
mm.
can you imagine how cold that would be? But people have done it, so we know people have gone there and they come back and say, "Hey, I went to Antarctica."
Yeah.
Um, so
So
very
what?
hard to
Why? Yeah. So why then?
why.
Why would they keep it a secret?
Well, this is it. Well, because yeah, I don't really know if what difference it makes. That's the thing I was saying. Like, okay, we're round and we're traveling around the sun. Okay, well, that's pretty mind blowing as it is. Oh no, it's not actually that, but we're flat and we're traveling upwards. Okay, that's really mind blowing, but differently. Like, it
I'm still
doesn't
going to
change.
work tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like finding out aliens exist, right?
Mm,
That's like, oh, hold on, we're not the apex species anymore, or something like that, right? Or we're not alone.
mm.
And that's what far more like life changing. That could question religion and society and community. But just finding out that we're actually a flat Earth. Like, what?
Yeah. All right.
So what?
Okay. All right.
Okay, fine. All right. Does the internet still work? Okay, cool.
Basically, yeah.
That's the majority of people on the planet. Okay. Well, I think this is a short and sweet one. We said it probably would be.
Mm.
Mike, where do you stand on the idea that the Earth is a circular, ice-surrounded disc flying through space upwards?
I stand directly above the center of the Earth, which is a sphere.
Okay, good. Yeah, 100% agree. 0 out of 10.
Would
Can't
not
really.
recommend.
Glad we did it. Probably won't revisit it. And yeah, on to the next one.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks as always for joining and listening in. I hope you enjoy the podcast so far. This is only episode 5. We're kind of just getting started here, so having a bit of fun with it. But if you want to get involved in conversation, please drop us an email or leave a comment. Mike, any closing thoughts from you, mate?
Keep doing what they're doing. Be suspicious.
Be suspicious. Be suspicious. Yeah, I like that. All right, guys, be suspicious. Much love. Have a good evening. Cheers, Mike.
Cheers. Bye-bye.